Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're tackling a topic that affects every single one of us: food security. Now, what does that actually mean? It's not just about having food on the shelves. The UN defines it by 4 pillars: availability, so the food is physically there; access, meaning you can afford it and get to it; utilization, which is about getting the right nutrition from the food you eat; and finally, stability, ensuring this access over the long term. Let's rewind to 2022. Sri Lanka was in the grips of a severe crisis. An astonishing 6.3 million people were facing food insecurity. To put that in perspective, that's nearly a third of our population. Food inflation skyrocketed to 95%, making basic necessities almost unaffordable for many families. It was a perfect storm. Externally, the lingering effects of the COVID-19 pandemic and the war in Ukraine disrupted global supply chains and sent prices soaring. But we also had critical internal factors to blame: the sudden, ill-advised organic fertilizer ban decimated crop yields, and a severe foreign exchange crisis meant we couldn't import essential goods, including food and fuel. Fast forward to today. Has the situation improved? Yes, but the crisis is far from over. Thanks to the tireless efforts of international organizations like UNICEF and aid from donor countries, along with government mitigation measures, we've seen some relief. But let's be clear, the urgency remains. As of now, a substantial percentage of children in Sri Lanka still require humanitarian assistance. This isn't just a statistic. It's a generation whose future is at risk. So, how do we move from immediate relief to building a truly resilient and secure food system for the long term? Let's explore some key strategies. First, we need to talk about waste. The amount of food we lose in Sri Lanka is staggering. It happens at every stage. Pre-harvest, we see significant crop damage from animals. Post-harvest, a huge portion is lost during poor handling, storage, and transportation. Think about trucks of vegetables spoiling in the heat while stuck in traffic. And then there's consumer waste, where food is thrown away at the household level. We're losing up to 40% of our harvest before it even reaches a plate. This is not just a loss of food. It's a waste of water, land, labor, and money. So, what's the solution? We need a multi-pronged approach. We can establish dedicated transport hubs connected to our rail network, allowing for faster, more efficient movement of produce from farms to markets, reducing spoilage. For pre-harvest losses, innovative solutions like biofences, living barriers of specific plants, can deter animals more sustainably than traditional methods. And we must integrate technology. Simple apps can connect farmers directly to buyers, reducing transport time and ensuring better prices, while advanced cold storage solutions can extend the shelf life of perishable goods. Tackling waste isn't just about saving food. It is one of the most effective ways to increase availability without using a single extra acre of land. Next, let's look to the sea. Sri Lanka is an island nation with a coastline stretching 1,620 kilometers and a vast exclusive economic zone. Our seafood industry should be a powerhouse, yet it's underperforming. A shocking 40 to 60% of our fish catch is lost post-harvest. This is primarily due to inadequate cold storage facilities on boats and poor handling practices on shore. Fishermen are forced to sell their catch quickly at low prices or risk it spoiling. Strengthening this sector is a massive opportunity. Investing in modern fishing vessels with on-board refrigeration, improving ice plants at harbors, and training fishermen in better handling techniques can dramatically reduce this waste. This not only increases the amount of fish available for local consumption, but also boosts export potential, bringing in valuable foreign exchange. By properly managing our ocean resources, we can provide a sustainable source of protein for the nation and create economic prosperity for our coastal communities. It is time we stopped seeing our ocean as just a backdrop and started treating it as a vital part of our food security solution. Strategy number 3 focuses on the consumer and the market itself. For months, we've all felt the pinch of relentless price hikes. But it's not just about prices. There are growing concerns about the quality of food, with reports of substandard ingredients being used to cut costs. A major part of this problem lies with the middlemen who dominate the supply chain. They often buy produce from farmers at very low prices and sell it to consumers at a massive markup, creating an inefficient and unfair system. How do we fix this? Market reform is essential. Digitizing the marketplace, creating platforms where farmers can sell directly to consumers or retailers, can break the stranglehold of middlemen. This transparency ensures farmers get a fair price for their hard work and consumers pay less for better quality food. Furthermore, we need stronger consumer protection laws and stricter enforcement to crack down on those selling substandard products. Implementing anti-monopolistic regulations would encourage healthy competition and prevent price manipulation, making the entire market more efficient and equitable for everyone involved. Protecting the consumer is not just about price. It's about ensuring the food we buy is safe, nutritious, and fairly priced. Our 4th strategy involves thinking outside the box with culinary and livestock innovation. What if I told you there's a vast, untapped food source right on our shores? I'm talking about sea vegetables like algae and seaweed. These are incredibly nutritious, easy to cultivate, and can be grown without using fresh water or land to most strained resources. Countries across Asia have integrated seaweed into their diets for centuries. By investing in research and development, we can introduce these new food sources to the Sri Lankan palate and create a whole new industry. At the same time, we need to reform our livestock sector. Currently, we are heavily dependent on imported soy and corn for animal feed. This makes our meat and dairy industries vulnerable to global price shocks and drains our foreign reserves. We must innovate by exploring locally sourced alternatives for animal feed. This could involve cultivating specific crops suited to our climate or even using byproducts from other agricultural processes. A self-sufficient livestock industry means more stable prices for milk, eggs, and meat, and a stronger, more resilient food system overall. It's about being resourceful and turning our unique challenges into opportunities for growth. So, where do we go from here? These strategies minimizing waste, strengthening our seafood industry, reforming markets, and innovating in our food sources are not just quick fixes. They are the building blocks for a secure and prosperous future. But for any of this to work, we need something more fundamental, a long-term, unwavering commitment from our leaders. Food security shouldn't be a political football, tossed around during election cycles. It needs to be enshrined as a core responsibility of the state, perhaps even within our constitution. We need visionary leadership that looks beyond the next election and plans for the next generation. We need policies based on data, science, and a genuine desire to uplift our people, not on short-term political gains. Building a food-secure nation is a marathon, not a sprint. It requires collaboration between the government, the private sector, our farmers, our fishermen, and every single one of us as consumers. It is a shared responsibility and a common goal that will define the future of our nation. And as always, this is your host, Dhanuka Dickwella, signing off. See you next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell button for updates.